Today's Father's Day, and as Riley said, we're celebrating those dads, stepdads, adoptive dads, foster dads, granddads, and uncles. Any man who stepped in to help out, to minister, and to mentor. Dads who have buried their children, you know. Dads who, like Isaac, are awaiting the birth of their first dad so they can be a dad. We're here, we see you, and we celebrate you. Today, we're talking about John Wesley's Mentoring Award. And what we're looking at is to say to the men in this church that are 75 and over, we are watching you. The younger dads are watching you.
We are watching
the
you.
Young kids are watching you. Whether you like it or not, you're a mentor.
Yes.
Well, everything that comes out of your mouth, every action that you do makes you a mentor. So what we're asking is, if you are 75 or older and you're a dad, raise your hand. Well, you don't even have to be a dad. Raise your hand or stand up, and the kids are going to bring you a certificate.
Everybody's got
It's a mentor certificate. If you are 75 and older, now I look out here and I tell you some of you guys not raising your hands. So raise your hands if you are 75 and older. Okay? Now let's give him a hand. Now we have the even funner part. Probably you can get the boxes. They're in order too, by the way. Every year on Father's Day, we honor three different men for the lifetime of work sometimes, and sometimes just for what they do right now in the church. So I'm going to tell you about these three guys real quickly, and then they're going to get they're in order. So if you want to, you can hold them up and show the first one if you want. Our first award winner this year is a retired captain in the U.S. Army and a pilot, by the way. He graduated from Mississippi State University and served in the Army, and went into the family business of running a funeral home, and along the way he even earned the award as the most compassionate funeral director. He retired in 2014 and moved to Pensacola, and here says something about your pastor. He joined MGUMC after meeting Riley at the Faith Chapel Funeral Home. Wow. That's the award.
Yeah, you can't, it's hard to see it where you're sitting, but it is beautifully engraved.
Now,
and this goes to who?
I haven't said yet.
Okay.
He's been a member of the choir and the men's club and the adult Bible Sunday school class. And he and his bride also cleaned and disinfected the sanctuary on a regular basis since COVID. And that's no small job. According to him, MGUMC is his home and his family. Congratulations to Oliver Bunting, but we call him Tom Bunting. Our second awardee is Hubby here. Our second awardee is not here today. He's in a nursing home for retirement facility. And but I did want to tell you that he's been a lifelong member almost of this church. He married a charter member and joined the church. That's Miss Janie. So between him and Bud Rogers and Bill Garrett and my dad and a few others, you know, they were the Chuck Boyd and Chris Burway of their generation. They kept this place together with, you know, wires and stick was what my dad used to say.
Those two are still doing that.
Those two are still doing it, but there are a few that are still doing it, yeah. So anyway, our next awardee served on the Building and Grounds and the Trustee Committee, was a member of the Men's Club, and his name is Bill Graham. And we try not to get people just because they're not here in the pews, and we want to recognize him for his lifelong work here. Now, our third awardee is a pretty special guy. He joined our church in 1969.
Wow.
In 1972, he remodeled the choir area up here.
Wow.
You can imagine that the choir used to face each other from each side. They wanted to put in this beautiful pipe organ. So it had to be changed and fixed, and he did that. He served as chairman of trustees and men's club, which he still participates in the men's club to this day, and has a notorious distinction, according to his bride, of being the first men's club president to include Santa Claus in the annual Christmas party. He's a member of Young at Heart and Modern Samaritan Sunday School class. He also still works, by the way, so it's hard sometimes to get him here. When we remodeled the kitchen, he built the hood over the stove, all these wall candles around the church, and during certain times of the year, there's big crosses that adorn the sides of the pews. Okay? If there was something that was needed, he was there. He recently repaired the front sanctuary doors after a break-in that saved us quite a bit of money. And he did things outside of this church, outside of the church walls. For instance, on a personal note, when my father became wheelchair bound, he came over and built ramps outside our home by himself so that I could get my dad in and out of the house and to church. So, probably most known through the years as being the mullet guy, the fish fries, and still, Ms. Jean wanted to make sure I said, he was the original fish fryer in MGUMC and is still frying fish for God today. So congratulations. Next we have a report from Ms. Beth, is that right? Yes. Okay.
A conference report I have to start.
Good morning. I'm glad to report that we're back from the annual conference. It was in Mobile, so we